And we're live.
Oh, we're here.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're all
Yeah,
kind of here, not here, always here.
It's your channel, Eddie. You're in charge of this bullshit. So
I know, right? He kicked us off, and all of a sudden, we're live. But what? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I was looking down watching
memory of
an
a
old
shark.
watching
in
an
the
old
body of a-
yeah, one of those days.
Shark.
Well, I was caught up. I've now watched Avatar. I've now watched the other the Marvel movie that's out. Oh my god, I forgot the name of it. Quantumania.
Quantum Realm, Quantumania. Yeah.
Yeah, so we watched that, and I'm still trying to catch up on the HBO show. I forgot the name. Oh man,
Last of Us, or
yeah,
whatever.
Work's been busy, and me and the wife.
I've not seen the new Avatar. I don't care about Avatar. I don't give it. I just don't give. I didn't
Well,
see
the
the
first
first one.
one.
So.
Why start now?
Wife wanted to watch it, so that's the only reason I went to it.
I mean, I get it. It's just kind of like I saw the first one, and I'm like, this is entertaining, but it's not a great movie. And so, like,
No, the
Smurfs
second
grew
was
up.
yeah,
the second
it's
was
like Smurfs with wolves, like dances with Smurfs.
Oh,
Did
this
I
time
win?
it's
Come on,
Smurfs
did I win?
Or Smurfing with wolves. There you go.
Yeah.
This time it's Smurfs in water.
Yeah.
What
Smurfing
did you win?
This is Smurfing with whales.
Yeah, with weird looking
Wait,
whales.
why I won the book? Damn it! All right, well, whatever.
Oh,
It was a Migration
giveaway,
Adventures number 80 in a 2-0, so like it was a free book and whatnot. I had to try.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I finally did get, like I told you, I finally Chimera's, from England. It finally came 3 months late, so I put that aside for you, Taylor. I know you want it, so it's not.
Which
it was
one?
started to
I don't
box
even
me.
know.
The first this thing.
Oh yeah. That's a cool one. Teen Titans.
So I have no use for it.
Oh.
It's in
Yeah,
a box.
that's a cool. That's a yeah.
No, well, yeah, because it's a good key. It's one of those I've
Yeah.
actually been trying to.
Yeah,
track
it has a few bends in it. It needs a press. No real. Yeah, we'll see if I can get a
Good
bigger
key,
picture
though.
of it.
Yeah.
Good job there, Taylor.
Put Rob up there.
Hi, how are you? My name's
So it's got a few minor keys. It's got a few minor. I think a press would do wonders.
Yeah.
But it's in a box for you. So
the price is right.
it was free. I didn't really know what the book was when I won it, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't look it up or anything. And then all of a sudden, like a month later, after I gave him my address, I'm like, I asked this. I said, did you ship that, by the way? No big deal. It's free. And he goes, oh yeah. Somehow the post office was stuck, and it couldn't ship. And 2 months later,
that's a good giveaway you won then. Yeah.
Oh,
meanwhile,
sorry.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, he won it.
Yeah, I won it
Yeah,
from Chimera.
that's a good win.
And especially since in the time since they gave it away and you won it, they basically made the Titans the new Justice League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the end, I said, okay, forget it. I'll just go ahead and I'll wait. It finally got here. All of a sudden, it showed up. He said, I don't know how the mail in England or wherever gets caught up and it didn't ship the file. So either way.
Yeah, they have some weird stuff sometimes, but.
So Eddie, what did you think of Quantumania?
Are we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, it's been out for over a week.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Look, here we go.
Watching.
This Crucius, if you've already seen Quantumania or haven't seen Quantumania and don't want to be spoiled, go to the bathroom for a few moments while Eddie talks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think we're covered because
I think it made that one Avengers. I think it made that one Avengers annual I own worth a lot more after the ending. I guess the Tutankhamun and the other Kang versions. I have an Avengers. I gave one away in a mystery box last month, but I had one I bought for myself. So to me, that's perfectly fine. I'm glad, but that was cool. I mean, Kang. I enjoy Kang. Kind of understand what's going to happen now and how it all went through, but I'm not sure if he's a big enough or enough of a.
What's up, LCS? Oh, Steelers Crucius. I think now you are right.
Or all he needs to do is actually probably toggle to another audio source.
Yeah, one of your 40 other things you're watching. Go win a book on whatnot and come back.
I just think, I'm not sure Kang's going to be able to carry it as far as it should go. I mean,
we'll see. Did you watch the end credits?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of.
We're going to see him coming up in a show.
There's a whole lot of Kangs. So
yeah,
that was my problem. Is like that it devolved into a fist fight with Ant-Man and him. And I'm like, if he's supposed to be one of the big baddies,
yeah, but
Ant-Man kind of seemed to handle him readily. But was it all a trick by Kang? Because after that, he was seeing a lot of purple in the end scene where he's walking around the street. So
there you go.
What?
I mean, wasn't this is this the book I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think so. Is that?
It has the Tutankhamun Kang and Kang, all the different versions.
Yeah,
Kang the Conqueror, Ramatut, and the Mad Pharaoh. I don't know. Maybe that's not the book I was thinking of.
Here's the thing to do, right? With anything, well, the movie hype is going. Sell it, don't buy it because they crash.
Yeah, I bought it like 6 months ago. I like the cover, so that's why I want it. Sounds stupid, I know.
Well, then keep it.
Oh yeah, it's staying with me.
Yeah. Hey, I was really happy. I mean, I posted on IG today. It was the little reel was the Infinite or Crisis on Infinite Earths. I was able to pick up the complete 12 issues for $60.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
And they're and only one of the books is an 8.5, but the rest of them are like 9.4 range as they sit before pressing. So
nice.
I only have I have like 3 or 4 of those. I need to get the rest of that run.
Yeah, it was like an opportunity to get the whole lot all at once, and it was like when they put it up at $60, I was like, oh, I won't even think about it because that's only $5 a book. That's worth it right there. And I know that, and that was like this. This was this is the first teaser from my Berkeley Con show from this weekend. That the video will drop next Monday, but which is gonna be filled with nothing but just some incredible bangers. You guys are gonna like your jaw will drop. These, of course, aren't necessarily bangers. They're just fun books because not everything has to be a banger. For $10, all 5 issues of the 1990 Mars Attacks series. Which these are all flip covers. So double covers with double stories on them all. These are just the more fun side covers, and I think. But get that.
Nice.
I just loved Mars Attacks in the movie and all that.
It's a good movie. Yeah. I know you're not a trading card guy, Rob, but would you ever consider getting those trading cards?
No, just because. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't go out. You know what? It'd be one of those things.
Ones, but the original ones that
if the original ones, if it was like stupid, like dirt cheap type of thing, maybe, and it was complete set, but I wouldn't go out. Oh, I'm going to go work to try to build it over time. Let me piecemeal it together type stuff. I would never do that. You can go ahead and put us back in the normal view. I'm not going to show off a ton of stuff that I got on this. Other than I'll just do this here. Look, there's a lot of stuff here.
Nice.
You got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. There's a little Comic-Con this Sunday around me, but I'm not sure I'll be able to get to it. I mean, it's all vendors. I've seen half the vendors before, like other shit. It's like one of those like a roving kind of like they'll take like a pool hall or whatever, and just fill it up with like comic stuff. So it's not a real big con, but it's good if you want to sometimes buy and sell.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This one is, it's a series. They do 5 shows a year, and it's usually done at what's called the Berkeley Adult School, and it's basically done in the multi-purpose room / gym, right? And when you go there, what they do is they have various people that they have to apply to be a seller there, and they like vet the sellers and they rotate the sellers. So like you don't have the same sellers all 5 shows throughout the year. There's only like 2 or 3 people who are allowed to be there like at every show. Otherwise, they're making sure that they're mixing it up so that you have a constant mix up of flow of different supply in the space. And there's not a toy, there's not a nut that, I mean, it is just 100% comics, with the vast majority of it silver to copper. Probably about 75% of it's silver to copper, and then you have a little bit of gold and the few modern variants and type stuff, but not a lot of, or modern keys, but not a lot. And it is just so incredible, the stuff that's there as you're going through. I mean, I didn't even have to, I got all that. I didn't even dig.
You went for the top.
I spent like 3+ hours, or almost 4 hours there, and I didn't even go deep digging into a lot of these bins and stuff that people had, and it was like there was just so much. It's crazy.
Well, I just found out about this one. It's a one day con. It's $8 to get in, and it is kind of, it's a traveling one around the state and the area, and so they'll go. Like next week, they're going to be up in Green Bay, and like it's I might, but the reason I'm thinking might not, definitely, I have to meet a friend who's only in town for a very short amount of time on Sunday, and then also on Saturday, I'm going to spill the news here because no one's watching. I mean, you guys are watching.
We got DVH, got Brian, KBDM.
But I think I'm meeting up with Chip Gettler and Miss So.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, DVH picking up the Blu-ray of Mars Attacks. Excellent for you, sir. Mars Attacks was the very first DVD I ever owned.
Nice. It is an underrated movie. It's like it performed like god awful turd at the box office at the time, but like,
but I loved it. I mean, I was a Tim Burton, but then you put,
yeah. I mean, it's Tim Burton before he got what. It's good. It's the good era Tim Burton.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And you get, Jack Nicholson playing a couple roles. So
yeah, Jack Nicholson, just so many good people.
Hamming it up.
I did. Probably wasn't right. Is it on any of the what do you call it, shows? Is it on any?
I doubt it's on any streaming site, but
let's see. I'll take a look really quick. Hang on, so you can find out.
I was just looking.
Have you seen it before already?
They blew up Congress.
I love that movie.
I just want to let the American people know they still got 2 out of 3 branches of government working for them, and that ain't bad.
Says you got to rent it. $3.99. You can watch it on everywhere basically. But oh well, I've seen it. I haven't seen it for a few years. A few movies I've been looking up to see if I can find some, but I don't know. I kind of wanted to go see Cocaine Bear 2 or Auto.
Cocaine Bear 2? There's a sequel out already?
Yeah.
We went to see
a movie, and I wanted to stay for a second movie, but wife was too tired by that point, and so we spent the day. I think we spent about $700 between movies and dinner and Costco and buying food for the week. We just friggin',
I was gonna say,
no. Costco added up a little too much. We didn't buy.
Did you buy like a TV and another grandkid?
Well, considering that you went to the movies, and granted, movie prices are pretty high these days. But even if you bought the popcorn, some Cracker Jacks, maybe even
is it KBDM?
Some full size drinks, you still are less than $100 there. You went out to dinner.
The movie actually was not that bad. It was supposed to be $60, but then I guess I had 14,000 points, so it got knocked down to 30 something. But then I went back and got some food because we ate lunch during the movie, so pretty good actually.
I think I'm going to see Cocaine Bear next Wednesday, which means I'm going to miss the Comic Vets live hangout for the first time in probably about a year. So, but
nice.
It's $5 Wednesdays for the movies, and
yeah, I kind of wish we matinee was still like $11 down in St. George. So
well, there's one of these. It's one of those where you can eat in the theater and stuff too. And apparently, I've not been to this one, but you can booze, and apparently the food's not bad. So, and I'm going with my friend who's a nurse, and she's on call like every other night next week. So, it is what it is. But it means my comic book reviews will be a little bit late too, but they'll get there.
It won't be. We won't be able to find out at 8:30.
I mean, not no.
Damn. What will happen? How will my life move on?
I don't know, Rob, because since you already own the books before you watch the video, I don't know how you live.
Ooh, first appearance of the Watcher. Sorry. Fourth Kang, first mention of eternity. Wait, Strange Tales 134. That's a cool cover. Sorry, random looking at my phone. I shouldn't. I like these old books. Really, I think I'm almost done.
I understand. We all do now.
I'm almost just totally I'm just about done buying any new books. I think I'm going to cancel everything. I mean, really, I stopped reading a long time ago, and I much.
What's up, Corey? Tricky, everybody else.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'll sit here and start just going through everybody's
Yes,
stuff.
I'm friends with the night nurse. Except for in real life, she has pink hair and.
I told myself I'd be spending money. I told myself I'd be spending money on what do you call it today on Fletch's box, and that took a shit turn real quick.
Congratulations, Taylor, on picking one of those up.
Yeah.
I just happened to be sitting in front of my laptop at the time when I got the notification.
I happened to be on Gary's show at the time and couldn't quite get.
I got a click thing, and then Corey, you liked it? Did they get there? I don't even know which one you get. You got to let me know which box you liked. There's still 4 boxes left. I did block a guy, and I don't even know his name anymore because it's gone, because he got one the day it came out, and I waited an entire week and asked him, do you want it? Do you want me to ship it? And I was getting 0 answers from him, so I just, fuck it, gone. Got rid of him. He picked up box 10, I think. So I'm glad you liked it. You had to let me know which one you got. Yeah, the StreamYard. Sorry, I forgot to put the StreamYard up there. I was going to, and
if anybody wants to join in, there's a StreamYard link.
I've been messing with Whatnot. I just spent $120 on Whatnot. I should get paid for my shop in a few days, and I think I got about $220.
Yeah, spend the money before you have the money. That's an interesting tactic.
No, I have money. I had around $300
Eddie,
right now.
Robbie.
Huh? Oh, and yeah, sorry, Taylor. Some of your books I did get from you, I gave to Ben. Hope that was okay. He needed the Star Wars.
Once they're in your possession, I don't know what you do with them.
That's why I got for
you could wipe your grandkids' ass with them. They're no longer my books.
Oh, there's plenty. I'm taking 4 boxes. I'm putting 4 more. I already have them all priced out and everything. 4 more of these I have ready to go up for sale. So there's about 40, 50 more books I'm putting in the shop.
Are they selling okay for you at least?
Huh?
Are they selling for
you? I don't know yet, because the money they're paying me now, which was about $400, was only up to sometime last month. They did a cutoff date for when we get paid out at the end of that month. So I'm not the comic books went in afterwards, but so far as everyone says that they're selling well. I'm not asking tons of money for them, so anywhere between a few dollars to $10 each.
Who do you want with them?
Well, the guy next to me.
I'm just curious.
So Corey, you did like yours, cool. Nice. I don't remember who. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Corey's in the shop next to me. He's one of he sells comic books next to me in the shop. Actually, he's the other one.
Oh, nice.
Now I remember. Jesus, I forget names so bad. It's disgusting. But yeah, they've opened up the shop. Actually, it's got.
What's going on in your life, Eddie? What happened this week? Why are you so flustered? Did your car lose a tire and your grandma get run over by a reindeer?
Nothing really. Wife's been down at her daughter's house for the last 2 weeks, so it's been quiet around here.
Oh, that's what's going on.
I've been able to sleep.
You don't have the normal chaos to keep you going.
Yeah, she's working overtime.
Jim, how you doing, buddy? Congrats, you're almost at Jim's almost at 300 followers. Somebody give Jim a follow.
Jeez, you're almost at 1,000. I'm at I'm up to 444 now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I'm getting there. I've a couple of very nice people have shouted me out lately. Like Gary B did a full 10-minute long shout out video, which was a little nuts. But
I shared your shout out thing, but I gotta get on there and I gotta go on my other accounts and just join up just so you'll have more people.
Yeah.
So I've got
I need to start going live or something to get my view hours up, because I lost my 4,000 view hours. So I gotta get back up. Even if I get the 1,000 followers, it doesn't necessarily matter. But
it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's a good milestone. I'm not gonna say no to it. And
Rob's
falling asleep while we're talking about this. But
yeah.
Or I need to do what everyone else in the monetized community is doing and make short videos. Like everyone's doing shorts are the new hotness.
Yeah, I thought that. I really thought about starting to do a few of those, but I started not giving a shit about 10 seconds later and said, fuck it. So,
Eddie, they don't have to be 15 seconds long.
Just a moment. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, both of you just talk at the same time.
Give a shit for 10 seconds. Fill it 10 seconds where you give a shit, and then you have a short video.
True, I think I'm going to do some of the other things, but I have actually been buying toys. It sounds bad, but the new Dungeons and Dragons movie's coming out. Have you seen the Dicelings they have out?
I have not. You should make short videos and put them up.
I haven't opened one yet. I got to find one to open. I want one of each and then one extra to open. And
are they like Transformers that can turn into dice?
It's a 20-sided die that unfolds itself into a red dragon, an owlbear, God, I've got 3 out of the 4. There's like 2 dragons. Oh, and the Beholder, Red Dragon, Black Dragon, Beholder, and an owlbear. They've also got the large Black Dragon at Walmart in the packaging. So
how much are these things running?
About $13 each. I found 2 at Barnes and Noble for the exact same price. They have them at Walmart. They got like one. There's 8 total. 4 are already out. The next 4 are due out, I think, June. So, and they're gonna.
Now, does anybody in the chat actually think the Dungeons and Dragons movie is going to be good?
No, it's going to suck big time.
I know.
But yeah, I'll start doing shorts. I think I might start doing it, Jim. I got to do it. You got to do another mystery box, Jim. We couldn't get Fletch's box. I got to get somebody's box. Jesus. It sounds really rude to say you got to get somebody's box if it's a guy. Kind of gross. But oh well. Yes, my brain is all over the fucking place tonight. You okay there, Taylor? Are you winning?
I was just, no, it was somebody else was asking in a different chat what a book. So.
You missed me freak out. Yeah, man, hasn't done a box.
I figured you'd be on a longer rant, Eddie. Usually I can time your rants well enough that I can like.
We need Yamman to do a box too.
Yamman doesn't do like a run of boxes anymore. He'll just do one and then you got to catch it. So
yeah, no, it's usually raffled off, so it's different. He usually does one and raffles it off.
Eddie, just buy a box. Tell Eric you want a custom box.
I don't want,
and then you're good.
That's the thing.
You don't want
my whole point opening these is not to buy custom boxes.
Okay.
Is to buy random shit and see what you end up with. That's the
point. It's still random
it.
Shit. Dear fucking God, there's no pleasing you.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
That's what I think about the movie 2 DVH. I don't think it's going to be amazing, but we're
Which one? Which movie? Sorry,
Cocaine Bear? Dragons. Yeah, there you go. Just make a non-custom mystery box.
No, non-custom. You're funny. Oh, let's get old X-Men.
How about Eric? You make a mystery box, put it on Instagram, and if Eddie buys it, then he buys it. It's not custom. Then it's just a random box. I really don't understand your problem with that one, but like,
I guess not. I probably would. It's just he with the times he's been doing it lately, I haven't had money because my spending has really gone down a lot because without being able to sell mass, mystery boxes, you know, and I haven't been reselling much of anything. Theoretically, all the stuff I have back here, which is like 20 long boxes, 20 short boxes, I want to get rid of now. I'm really not buying. Yeah. I don't want any of these runs anymore. I just want to stick with what I collect, and I might just end up dumping them at the comic shop, but they'll give me nothing for them. I mean, pull out. I mean, I've got some old Star Wars I probably should get rid of. Which ones?
Yeah, see, there you go. Eric does.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, usually it's that, or I don't see them in time.
Yeah, KBD, I don't. If it's a good movie, you shouldn't have to play the game to understand it. There'll probably be there's definitely gonna be references in there you're not gonna get, but like it shouldn't matter if it's a good movie.
Do you think they're gonna be able to adequately explain enough to make it worth it? I have a feeling, gelatinous cube.
My worry is they're trying to cram too much in to make gamers happy and going to make a shitty movie because of it. But
you just keep on hearing about thieves. We're thieves. I saw that, at least in the preview. I saw.
Well, that's they have to go steal something. That's the whole main plot of the movie. So, which is a good basis for a D&D movie. You're gonna go steal something. But what I think they should just do is revive the old cartoon from the 80s and redo it.
Well, they've got the toys from that cartoon. They have retro toys out now from that cartoon, the little kid and everything. They're still $24 each. Action figures have gone nuts. The new Black Series Star Wars stuff, and I need one of them because it's a Stormtrooper. It's got a bazooka. It looks cool. $27.99. I went, fuck no. Excuse me. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, they had I've got a couple old Black Label, like of the older Black Label ones from like Rogue One that I bought dirt cheap because they were a Tuesday morning, which is a used or secondhand.
Tuesday morning's going out of business. They're closing the stores here, I guess, down in St. George.
Well,
they used to sell. They used to sell. I used to have those Advanced Dungeons and Dragons comics. I used to have.
Yeah, I've got the first issue of that one, which has almost nothing to do with the fucking game either, but. It wasn't an awful comic. It was Jander Summa and
I used to read the books. That was, I think, what I did after I stopped playing. I'd read. Forgot the two authors who did the whole series. It was
the Weiss and Hickman, the Dragonlance novels.
Yeah, I used to Drizzt story and all that stuff. I've actually got.
That's R.A. Salvatore too, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I read both theirs and his. I saw them. I think they're in the garage somewhere. But I bought the had a was it Hasbro Pulse had a on sale like they had a 30% off sale on the website yesterday, and I picked up the one I was missing, the Diceling. I'm missing the black one, but it wasn't 30% off. But I didn't care. I couldn't find it anywhere else for less than $40 on eBay for a friggin' $13 toy. So I bought that, and then I bought 3 other things. But I bought 2 of these Drizzt action figures that were only online and I'm only on the website. They look really bitchin', but they were like, I think they started at almost $50 each, but 30% off. They weren't that bad. So I just kind of.
Have you got them yet? Or are they still?
They're shipping. I'm waiting. They're just the sale just started yesterday. So, and that one just.
Rob, were you ever a Dungeons and Dragons nerd?
I tried to be, but no. Like I liked the idea of it, and every time I'd start to get into a group that would start to form, something would happen and they wouldn't go. And even the closest I got, I think when I was like in military school, I was with some guys, it wasn't D&D, but they were playing like Rifts. And we got through finally got through the character design, and we're going to start a campaign. Then something happened. So no, I never really got anywhere on it, but I like the idea of it.
That's kind of an ongoing thing with like groups. It's hard to, it's really hard to get a group that stays together. In fact, I saw like a meme or, somebody posted that like how they should end the movie. Like after the credits roll, like an end credit or mid credit scene, it should be like fade to black and then have a bunch of players being, be like, well, that was a lot of fun. Same time next week. And then have everybody be like, yeah. And then the last guy be like, well, actually, I've got something that I can't do next week because of something. And then, no,
I mean, it's so weird because I just never made that connection.
It's hard to get people.
I kind of wanted. My wife played when she was young. Yeah. My son, he's in the clubs and he's doing it and stuff. And
my daughter plays.
I only played role playing games online stuff. So I got some of the similar aspects, but never got to do that. I played Axis and Allies. That seemed
Axis and Allies was good. Yes,
that's
Fortress
almost
America sucked,
which was just as bad to try to get a group of people together to play for.
Fortress America did suck, and that's the one I own since other people bought Axis and Allies. No, we started back in I'm guessing about 7th and 8th grade, D&D a little bit, and then the main group was Starfleet Battles, the original little hexagon game we played for years, and then we moved to D&D, and then the Marvel trading game, the Marvel whatever the Marvel one was. I still have all that, the books for that. So we played the Marvel one, and then we played
a D&D game now in Appleton. But it's like a 2-hour drive, and so I don't get there for all of it. And and the same guy's like, "Oh, you want to start another one?" I'm like, "No, dude, I can't even get to the one I'm in."
We did have one guy. We had one guy that basically came up with his own game in his own mind. He basically would tell us stories and we'd move. It was weird. It was based on no other game, but he had the entire system. He said, well, and it was just fun. I mean, we all just sat around playing, and I mean, it made sense to a point, but you never knew exactly what was going to happen because it was all made up by him. There was no rule system we knew about, and we just it was fun. That was the last time. That was during college, I think.
I've got some crappy art I made it's in a role-playing game rule book.
Nice. Well, I sent you the oldest book I've got, so that's the only one I've
One of my buddies designed a role-playing system called Dread. It's semi-nerd famous. Like, it's a one-and-done thing, so there's no campaigns, there's no, like, long adventures. So you sit down for a one-shot, and there's no dice. You just use a Jenga tower to play. And like the harder what you're trying to do is, the more the more Jenga things you have to pull and stuff. So I did the art for that. Will Wheaton shouted it out on his channel and stuff. So it's gotten some notoriety. Oh, it's fun. Cool. The nice thing is like it takes like 2 minutes to build a character because there's only like 3 questions you get asked, and then you just start the setting. And you could die, but if you glow out in a blaze of glory, you can knock over the entire Jenga tower to save your friends for like an action or something. They'll still die at the end probably, but like it'll at least be a heroic way to go. And
so I guess we're also playing these type of games beforehand because I remember back on my Atari 800 XL. Yeah, I mean, good old Zork 1, 2, and 3, and then Ultima 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ultima 1, 2, 3, and 4 as far as I went with those, and we started playing the other ones. So
I was always jealous of the people that had the Amigas and stuff because I had an Apple IIe growing up, and like it was all text based. So we had Zork, but we didn't have any of the 16-bit color or whatever. So
yeah, Apple IIe that we upgraded so it had 1 meg of RAM, and people would go like, "What the hell do you have that for?"
Junior high,
because we
had
can.
computer. I was programming in our computer lab. I was programming in Commodore 64, and they had 12 computers jerry-rigged to a single floppy 5 1/4 drive. And I had got to teach homeroom kids at the school how to program in Commodore 64. So
I will tell you this: I can safely say I will never fucking die of dysentery.
You learn how to
never played that one.
You may not know how to type, but you can type out bang real fast, huh?
Exactly.
Never got to play that one.
I'm 60. I'm 120 words per minute as long as it's bang and pow.
See, in college we had in college we did have the Commodore. In college we did have the Amiga 500. My friend actually had an Amiga 4000. So, but yeah, this was the old school stuff.
Commodore 64, hell yeah, Brian.
Yeah, you can get. They have this little mini one for the actual Amiga with a bunch of Amiga games on it. So we used to play a game called, what was it, Laser Squad. 4-player. You I have all kinds of crap.
Yes, I'm aware you have all kinds of crap.
Lots of, but the bad part about those, there's not a lot of the good games on there, really.
They're all good nostalgia games, but they're not really good games.
Yeah, but when they do the ones, preloaded like 20 or 30 games, there aren't any of the popular ones that we used to play. I mean, you only play summer games so often. I mean,
what's up, big head? How you doing, buddy?
I mean, I remember summer games at the arcade.
Were you too late on it, or did you not try?
Repeat that for him.
Oh, I just wondered if you managed to get it on the Fletch box, or if you tried.
Oh,
I never had a Commodore 64 or the Amiga because we just had the Apple, and the Apple, like we had that Apple for like over a decade. It was just kind of one of those.
Yeah, we had it for a long time. We had it because it really was like we had the Apple IIe, and then eventually, even when we got the first Mac for my mom because she was a desktop publishing. The Apple IIe just went up into my room to be able to do our papers. We're the typewriter, and I could have an actual computer in my room.
Hell yeah, with a dot matrix printer.
That's right.
Yeah,
we never had a printer. We had two because we had the dot matrix printer for that one. We had one for the Mac as well, which the Mac then had a special scanner head that would replace the dot matrix printer head to put a scanner head in. It would go back and forth, and you'd feed your image through the traction on the printer, nice. And it would scan the image.
We started,
and you had to do a lot of cleanup. I mean, it was mostly you scanned clip art type stuff. You didn't scan anything. You didn't really scan pictures of people in crazy color or anything. And then you had to do a lot of cleanup on the image files and stuff. But
did you guys ever have those paperback books of like ASCII program? Not even real programming. It's just you have to type in like 4,000 lines of ASCII code, and you print it out, and you get like a face made of like asterisks and shit.
No, we did.
So frustrating because like there was no way to really like test the code or run the errors and stuff. So you type in all this shit and hit print, and you have like 1 or 2 lines that are janky to throw the entire thing off, and you've just spent hours typing it all in.
The Atari 800 XL came with a tape drive when I first got it. I did get a drive later on, but I did program a few games, but they were very, very limited on the Atari 800 XL. I was the only game I really ever played on that after a while ended up being Ultima 4, and that was, I think, the most fun I ever had. So, but I used to go to my friend's house.
I never got to play the Ultimas, but
I get to go to my friend's house and we played on his Apple, so for hours. A lot of like war game type ones, maps, and I remember some of them, and one was called the Mobius strip. That's all I remember about it. Little dude in the screen. I don't know. It was like some martial arts game.
I'm trying to think. We had the Bard's Tale. I remember that one.
Bard's Tale. Do you know they actually re-released a new game, Bard's Tale, last year on the computer? About 2 years ago, they did a
They were never that great to begin with, but
no. It's a new 3D version, walk around type version of A Bard's Tale, and they also, if you funded it, which was like $40 or $50, you got the original trilogy that would play on your computer for free. Nice. This is fun.
I don't know you guys, man, but on Apple II and stuff, when I had it, I didn't play games on it. I went outside and I played and I did other stuff. So I mean, we were limited to like Snake and Oregon Trail and like lame stuff like that, or programming your own stuff in BASIC. I'm going to do a quiz or some stupid stuff that you're trying to do when you're programming BASIC. Otherwise, I mean, I didn't play games on a computer really that weren't kind of
I badly wanted
until 92, 91, when I finally made the switch over to PC. No, I take that back. I guess in the Macs in the late 80s or mid 80s and beyond, on the Mac we could play SimCity. SimCity hit in the mid 80s. The first versions of that. It was the first thing that we played that wasn't like Minesweeper.
Oh, the Mac had SimCity right off the bat, from what I remember. We played a little bit. I played the latest version of SimCity that was online. It was kind of fun.
I mean, we had an Atari 2600 and then also a Nintendo, but
I still have the Atari 2600 sitting in my garage in a box.
Nice.
With about 25 games.
I play Yars' Revenge or Defender every once in a while, and if you feel masochistic, we can pull out the ET.
God!
Jesus.
Yeah. Remember Haunted Mansion with the eyeballs? The Haunted
I
Mansion
never had that one. The three worst games to me were E.T., the Indiana Jones. I couldn't stand that.
That was awful.
Yeah, and then Star Raiders, which had like this other 10 keypad. I've never ever could figure out what was the objective of Star Raiders. It was like I was just flying around the map and like.
Well, the Haunted Mansion was just, I don't even know what the hell that was for. You were a pair of eyeballs and you shine different lights and whatever. Adventure was the best.
Adventure was pretty cool, but
I do have one. I think it's in my safe right now because it's worth like $100. It was a giveaway game for the Atari 2600 from Purina Dog Chow.
Okay.
It was Find the Chuck Wagon thing, and it's worth like $100. It was a send-away game my mother gave us when we bought the dog food. So.
See, my favorite games that I played on there were I loved Yars' Revenge and Defender. I loved Donkey Kong and
Defender was a bitch.
Then River Raid and Pitfall Harry.
Pitfall.
Those
I remember. Was it Warlords where they had like 4 castles?
4-player one, with the 4-player with the thing. Me and my mom used to break out all the time. Combat even was a blast. I played that with back then.
Combat with the tanks. Yeah.
Combat Breakout.
Yep. I used to love Breakout.
Which was basically just Pong. But,
I remember that my mom had to make me stop playing. I was playing Missile Command. I started getting twitches from sitting in front of it. I seriously would get involuntary twitches after like 5 hours of playing. My mom turned.
Well, yeah, they were not ergonomic controllers or anything. They just
started doing.
Yeah, we couldn't play that long. We usually get kicked. Go outside.
Oh, we always did that too. We
definitely had a kitchen timer that would like get checked for how long we could play.
There you go outside. All right.
We were doing off-road bikes, whatever, dirt bikes at that point. Huffy, Red Lines, Diamondbacks.
You get on your bikes and go outside and go play chips or go play whatever.
Yeah, and tree yourself in the nuts after going off a jump with like a little bit
going
of
on the curves.
No. There was a place between Ranch Cucamonga and Upland. It's now all houses, but it was a wash area we played in. A friend of mine was riding his bike. We had a trail made out. He fell and hit one of those aloe vera plants, and the spiny thing went right through his leg. He's laying on the ground with half of it sticking out. They didn't let us play there.
I mean, just those bikes alone were deadly. With the foot pedals that had all the spikes on them.
I dug up. Actually, I had it like this on a turn. It was right about here, and I hit a turn, and this one hit the ground, and this boom. I've got a chunk out of my leg where it took it out.
Yeah,
right through my pants. Ate right through it, and I was on a Huffy. No freestyle. I had back brakes. Yeah. My toes didn't buy me the nice ones.
Hey,
we didn't. I never. I was too. My parent was too poor for any of the freestyle. Mine was always you push back the brake. There's no handbrakes. There's no like.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I wanted coaster brakes because it seemed like handbrakes were too difficult for me until I got,
Well, the
in
Huffy
middle
came
school.
with a front handbrake and the back brake was
Well,
regular.
my first bike was that I had for a long time was I had a Schwinn Stingray hand me down that was down in grandma's basement. Go get it and pull it out. And of course now that Schwinn Stingray is like
Yeah, thousands of dollars.
crazy. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it was and I remember it with the banana seat, the whole 9 yards. And
that was that's like 70s.
Yeah,
Not
no,
even
it was.
80s.
It was like a glittery green
Yep.
freaking
Yep.
with an ivory white banana seat and
Talking about
white
green,
hand
where's
grips
Hulk?
on stuff, and it was awesome though. I with the slick back tire, it was different than the front tire. And then eventually, like, I got a bike that like my dad had like put the he basically found a deal on some girl's bike or something, so that he cut it apart and re-welded it and basically made it into a guy's bike. I said, here you go. And I had that for a while, and then I had a Huffy. It was like,
yeah, the most my parents ever got were Huffies. Beach cruisers were also big down in Southern California, so we did a lot of jumps and things like that. But we used to, because down there, a lot of the schools would have the blacktop areas would have massive, hills going up and down off of different areas, and
we just went down the street, man, because I live in the suburbs. So you'd have the street, and you'd have the sidewalks, and you'd have the driveways. And so at the driveway would dip down and come up. And so you'd ride down the sidewalk and you'd jump off that. And
ours were all
I lived on a block with like 4 other families with boys my age. And so like everybody, we all built ramps. And so,
right, I was going to say, or you get the ultra safe piece of plywood propped up on a milk crate.
Oh,
that's what most of them were. Like, and like, right. But you could bike down the sidewalk and hit like 4 jumps all in the block.
Right, and I remember doing that one time, and like my brother had undone the nuts on the front wheel. I didn't know. Yeah. So then once you went up in the air, the front wheel went off.
In Southern California, there was a skateboard park we always go to. They had dirt park towards the end. They're gone now. But I do remember this is when I was 16. I was going to work at McDonald's, and I had to go down a hill of like 10 streets on my skateboard. And I go off on the all of a sudden, the last time I ever did it, somebody put a freaking hose out in front of me. Flew off that skateboard going 20 miles an hour. Never rode that skateboard again. I was done. I face planted. I was a mess. That was like the last time I rode.
Nice, sir. What's up, Progressively? How you doing, buddy?
So I told him, cat's in her attic. I don't want to know. But other than that, really, we did a lot of that kind of stuff. We beat the crap out of everything.
Dumb shit. Like we would jump off of garage roofs onto like nothing. It just.
We're still playing with fake guns back in 4th grade, 5th grade. They made some pretty cool ones.
Sorry. Oh, we didn't have that. We had BB guns we'd shoot each other with.
We did fireworks back then.
We would also, the wrist rockets were really big around us, and we would just shoot each other with like fucking stones and like whatever with those. So,
well, when I was really young, when I was in Queens, my dad would come home with 2 gross of bottle rockets. So we'd be sitting there up and down the street with each other, shooting bottle rockets at each other. That was the fun, We actually, some of those made it out to California when we moved, so I found them up in his closets. Kept on stealing a few every once in a while. He's dead. He ain't gonna care now. Oh, he wouldn't. Oh, but yeah, we shot everything at each other. I mean, I remember even the Safe and Sane fireworks. We had a lot of the fountains, right? And stupid us, parents would let us go outside. We were like, what, 12 maybe? And we try to light off this big fountain. And it won't light this, just went down, nothing happened. We're stupid us. Someone went and got a candle, and we held the fountain face down in the candle until it lit.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't do it, but safe to say the whole thing went. Scared the shit out of us.
We also played with lawn darts long after they were recalled and everything too.
We had a set of those for the beach.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if you can still find them anywhere. I know they're banned.
I mean, you could brain a kid with those things pretty easily, but whatever.
Yeah. So that was no. Okay, Rob, don't choke. Okay, Rob did Heimlich.
No,
Rob
survived lawn darts is going to die eating a salad.
no, it's steak and shrimp.
Oh, well.
Sure,
Okay,
it's a salad, we know.
That's better. That's a respectful way to die.
He's still going.
Yes, I know. You want some of my food. It's not going to happen, dog.
What's up, Kyle? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, well, we had 10 people here at one point. We've only eliminated 3, and we're only 45 minutes in. Scary shit, people.
Well,
but I put up on my thing, if I ever get to 1,000, I'm giving away my 9.9 graded comic book, whatever the hell it is. It's not a real good comic book.
It's a little bit early to talk about your 1,000 subscriber.
Oh, no, I'm never getting there. That's why I said it. Hell, that's why I'm never getting there. But I'll find out
That's
tomorrow.
Remind me never to visit Florida.
Yep. Yeah, fuck Florida. I'm not going anywhere near Florida. I get an argument with one my third-party inspector every day because she's a gung-ho Florida DeSantis worshipping.
Yeah. We would also
but you're from Utah, so you guys should get along just fine.
I live in Utah. I'm not from Utah. I grew up in Queens, New York, and California.
Well, also just for fun and shit, we would take marbles and throw them at cars as they were driving past.
Oh wow,
yeah. We were not good kids, and like at first we'd never hit them, but I finally, because I was a little smarter than the average idiot. I realized you had to lead it and throw it in front of the car to hit the car as it was driving by. That was not good, because then I finally started denting these cars, and they would all pull over and come chasing us. And
you didn't do too many stupid things. My mouth got me into a lot of trouble. I got into a lot of fights. I probably lost.
That's good, Kyle. So. We just do the average. We also would play a lot of kick the can and
kick the can.
We played a lot of baseball and football in the street.
Yeah.
Well, we never really got that organized, but
we had Upland High School's kicker next door to me, so he fairly knew how to play football. So we'd have some good touch football games.
Who didn't know how to play? We seen it on TV. We have a Nerf football. Throw it around, and that was all you needed to do.
We played statue a lot in the middle of the street. Whatever, where you spin each other around and you have to stop and whatever pose.
Stop and not move.
We never did that. We played Nerf football in the street, or we played baseball. We'd use a tennis ball or a racket. That way, when it hit a car or something, it didn't do stupid damage like a baseball would.
Yeah.
Or if you didn't have enough people to do baseball with your ghost runners and stuff, you'd just play pickle.
We had a next door neighbor.
One guy had a basketball hoop. We could go play basketball on his.
Yeah, we all had basketball hoops, but
yeah, we had one in front of the house.
No,
we had a next door neighbor that was already driving at this point, big old blue truck, but he collected military vehicles and action and little figures. So him and one of the other guys, and we'd all watch this like we're so entranced. They'd set up this thing like about a 20 by 10 foot area of just war, all tanks and shit. And they'd have some kind of system where they'd move towards each other. And don't ask me, we were young. To us, it was just military shit. We were all cool about it. Watching things die.
We also would go buy action figures whenever we had money. And so there was a Kohl's sort of near us. That was the big department store back in the day, sort of around Wisconsin. And it was looking back, it was easily over a mile away, and our parents didn't care. Well, go have fun. So we just walk a mile and then scrounge whatever money have and buy one action figure or whatever. So it was always, for me, it was the G.I. Joes. I like the little 3.5-inch G.I. Joes. The Kenner Star Wars were out at the same time. They weren't as movable, and so I wanted the G.I. Joes, and then we would just blow them all up and take them apart and then put them back together and recombine them and stuff. Knowing what I knew now, you leave them pristine in the box and never touch them and never play. But
well, I'm also not a young child anymore.
Yeah, I remember my neighbor actually did have the Boba Fett chase figure with the firing that you could fire.
I've got a guy that has that. There's a friend of mine who has the one, not the chase, the one of 15 that exist. And it's, but yeah, does this look familiar?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my neighbor had that carrying case too. Same guy.
I still have 2 or 3 of these left, but if you open it, you end up. Hang on, I think this is the one that has them in it. I went back and found them all in my garage before I left my mom's. And I kept most of them. Oh wow, it's a mess. Hang on. Actually, these aren't even very good ones. I mean, he looks like shit now, but the original. Yeah. I mean, he is falling. He is not even gold
nice
anymore.
And loose.
And, this is. I mean,
nice.
This guy's original. I have some. Some of these are the newer ones. This is my original R2D2 from when I was 10 years old. He is. I can't get a good look. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, you can tell he's nice and yellow.
Somebody wrote. Drew on the back part to. I have all my. Thought I had more of my original ones here, but this poor thing, yeah, his hair is going bald even now. The original Han Solo. I got a few sitting here, but then the later on you get ones like this. It looks like Leia's been straddling I don't know what.
Yeah.
I have some of these newer ones, but most of them. Oh yeah, a few. I think the rest of them, my good ones I have out of here. I've got a decent Stormtrooper and a few Bosk and with the weapons. I actually went back and found the weapons because I want to make sure I had them. But yeah, those are just fun. This is the original little suckers.
Well, the reality is those weapons are worth more than the figures. In those.
Oh yeah, I sold my what was it? Planet of the Apes. I had the Mego, ones about that big, and I had my parents had bought me the whatever it was like their place said it was a mountain, but it was all cardboard, so that thing like deteriorated fast. And when I sold off my Megos, I got more money. Oh, Taylor's falling asleep. I got more money for the guns and the other stuff than anything else. You ready to call it a night, Taylor? You look.
Yeah, let's call it soon. And I mean, it doesn't have to be this instant. I'm just falling asleep, buddy.
It's okay. Next week we're better. We'll do it on your channel if you're feeling well.
Yeah.
Ain't much going on.
I'm a delicate flower.
Huh? Oh, it's
true.
Yeah, you
flower.
are. Yeah. I'm not making it to the show this year. I know I told you I'd try, but it ain't gonna happen. I might be changing jobs again.
I did get a bit of a tax return, so I was like, "Oh, I can do that," but then I'm like, "Oh, fuck! I got to pay for Packer tickets because those all come due." So,
well, I'm hoping if selling at the shop works out for me, I'll be putting some of that money away to try next year. But we do have to do our taxes in a few weeks, and I don't want to know if we had to pay or not. We'll find out on the 18th. I think is when we're doing it. But hopefully next.
Aggressively, yeah, I am. I swore I wasn't going to because I hated the first two seasons, but
it seems like they're just trying to get better. Right?
I'll watch it eventually. I got to finish Discovery first.
See, I gave up on Discovery. I just couldn't do it anymore.
I kind of, I'm watching the 5th season now. I thought when I went back down and I rewatched it, I didn't mind it so bad. I think it kind of went okay. It's not obviously my favorite Star Trek ever, but it definitely was much better than I thought it was on my first couple watchings of the first couple episodes.
It doesn't help that I don't like Burnham as an actor. I don't like her. I don't think she's ever been that great. Whoever plays her, but whatever.
I mean, are they turning this last season of Picard basically into a Star Trek movie?
It's basically a Next Generation reunion series, but
yeah, I mean that's. I mean, I probably just watched that season to watch that because we used to love.
Yeah.
During college, we used to get together every night and watch when Next Generation was on. The whole.
I really like Strange New Worlds, the first season with the Commander Pike.
Yeah, I want to watch. I want to watch that. And I'll eventually get to it. I would say when I was in college, we were watching Deep Space Nine.
What's up, James? How you doing, buddy?
Well, ours was Next Generation was starting. That was during those years. That's I think the
nice thing about Strange New Worlds is it's episodic. I mean, there is like a little bit of a character growth throughout the season, but like there's not really one big overarching season long plot, so it is kind of a throwback to the original Enterprise series the original Star Trek in that way, which is kind of nice.
Cool.
Wait, which one?
All right, I gotta
Strange New Worlds.
Okay,
but
everyone.
Rob,
Rob, you're up. What do you got?
Thursday, I'll have a video. I'm up with another Fisk comic box. Saturday, I got Nick Hicks and Comics coming on Only Slabs. And then Sunday and Monday, there will be videos that drop. Sunday will be just a walkthrough video of the Berkeley Comic Show, and then Monday will be the con haul.
Nice.
Banger after banger after banger after banger.
8:30 tomorrow night, comic book review show. I'm not sure what's up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be recording, hanging out with Chip or anything like that, but I'm maybe have some more content next week. We'll see.
At least say hi.
Next week, it'll be on my channel. But yeah, we're all
tell Chip that we miss him.
I will. Yeah,
that's right. I will. Tomorrow, I think I've got my half of a Ben's Comics, the trade I made with him, and I give him shit because he said he was gonna get me a T-shirt, and but it's in the mail. I just gave him shit. But other than that, I don't know. Friday is I don't know. You got me a lot of unknown comic shit coming. Okay, I'm making my money off of I'm making my money off of reselling their freaking their shit online because I'm selling locally the store. Well, because you buy like the 20, you get the 38% off. It comes out to $3 a book. Sell them for $10 a book. I'm making money on it. That's until I buy some old. I did just get some old stuff, but it'll probably be here in a week. Some Tales to Astonish I picked up and some cool.
Do you still have any mystery boxes left, Eddie?
I've got 4 left. If anybody needs them, they're over here in a pile. They're $42 shipped. I don't know what has come out of them yet. I've seen a few. I know I'm not sure.
They're mystery boxes, so
yeah. Well, I know like the Moon Knight #1. Nobody's bought the Moon Knight number. No one's showed me they got the Moon Knight #1 yet. So I know that's in there still. Probably
it's a box and it contains a mystery inside.
Yes, it contains about. I've been putting excess books, so your average.
How much are they? 42 shipped. There you go.
$42 shipped. They're cheap ones, but there's some older stuff. Silver Age. Good night, everybody. We'll see you on Taylor's channel next week. Get some sleep.